When planning an intervention, you must pay attention to the details. Our interventionists will be able to help you through planning mostly everything. But one thing that you may want to start considering is who you actually want to be a part of the intervention. You must consider the fact that when an intervention is done correctly, the only message that will be conveyed is love and offering the gift of treatment. Any person that tends to be negative or that you feel might verbally attack your loved one should be left out of the intervention. Addiction comes along with enough shame and humiliation on its own. Your loved one needs to be surrounded by people who are going to show nothing but love, care, and concern, and do so in a genuine way. You want loved ones who have strong and lasting bonds with the addict or alcoholic to be present. A good place to start are parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, and cousins, or even people such as longtime childhood friends, teachers, or pastors that have known your loved one since they were a child. These types of people can make a very strong impact. This is because addiction has a way of causing people to forget the person they once were. Addiction isolates the person and makes them believe that no one cares. Seeing a childhood friend they've lost contact with due to their addiction can help them feel loved and remember the times when life was good before they began to drink or use drugs. The bottom line is an intervention is supposed to be done in a way where it motivates your loved one to say yes to treatment. If your loved one feels as if treatment is being offered as a punishment, they will most likely not want to go, and that is pretty understandable. Another important component when it comes to selecting your team is choosing people your loved one trusts. Intervention is a time to show your love and convince your loved one to give themselves a chance at living a life free of drugs or alcohol. When your loved one agrees to go to treatment, it will be an extremely vulnerable moment. Your loved one is not going to want to be around anyone who they feel they cannot be vulnerable in front of. So it's important to refrain from including anyone who would cause your loved one to put up a wall. Another thing to consider when choosing your intervention team is who is more likely to follow through with the ultimatums if they happen to come up. During the intervention, when your loved one is offered treatment, they may say no. Only then will the interventionist instruct the family to read out the ultimatums. Ultimatums will be things such as, if you don't go to treatment, you will have to move out of my house. Or, if you don't go to treatment, I will no longer give you any money. The idea is to send the message that your love for them is too great to continue to do things that are going to make it easier to drink or use drugs. It's best to pick those who you know for sure will follow through with any plan put in place if your loved one doesn't go. The idea of this is to stop making your loved one's addiction comfortable. If your family is like most families, it's likely that your loved one is being enabled in some way. This is normal, but you must have family members who are willing to stop. Even if your loved one doesn't agree to go to treatment at first, it's likely that they will eventually say yes when they know these ultimatums will be a reality. If you are unsure if a specific person should be included in the intervention, consult your interventionist. Your interventionist will ask for a few details about the history of the relationship and be able to guide you further in making the right decision. A carefully planned intervention with these types of things put into consideration are going to produce the best outcomes. And remember, no matter how complex the situation, we are here to help.